Yeah, and I mean, we're saying they didn't run away with the game because it took 10 minutes longer than the last one, but CONTRACTZ was 8-1-9, which is 17 of 20 kills participated in just that one death. So still a very solid performance by Cloud9, although a little bit more subdued in game 2.
I'll put it this way for you. Not as flashy, but just as decisive. Cloud9 still looking good. Very good, in fact. And, you know, it is early, but this is a team that's toppled so many of the big names from last season.
Yeah.
They've beaten Dignitas as well. Granted, that was closer, but that is also a team that people expected to rise towards the top. We're starting to get to the point where it's not like, when? Like, how are they going to lose? But when will they lose? Because Cloud9 kind of have, at least in the early, like the first half of the season, they've got the big problems out of the way early.
Yeah, and exactly who will they lose to?
Exactly.
Because I think you would be crazy to rank anyone above Cloud9 in a theoretical power ranking right now, based on how they have looked in their victories against the teams they've played. They're top of the league in all of those categories. So really just nothing but positive things to say about Cloud9 early on in the split.
And I think that speaks so much to the infrastructure. CONTRACTZ, a rookie player, looked very clean. I mean, we know he's talented, but he seems very easily integrated into that team. Ray, their top lane substitute, already started playing games. He's kind of being groomed to be another great player potentially for the team if they need him. And we know he's also very mechanically talented. Like, the draft's looking good, the map play's looking good. Like, I cannot speak more highly of the coaching staff and the infrastructure of Cloud9.
Yeah, Reapered has done a really good job, and I keep complimenting his drafts, and just remember that it is not just the coach, it's the team that's able to set that up, because they have been able to have enough versatile players that can play enough champions that their drafts have been really potent and popular and all these things. And it helps when you win both sides of mirrors. You'd be like, man, they drafted that side of the mirror real well, when really it's just the players that are able to win. So keep that in mind. But yeah, C9 looked really good. Immortals still a fair bit of growth to do, right?
Yeah.
The problems we thought they had coming into this, where they were pushing too hard and going for too many plays without the efficiency, kind of hurt them right there, and it's one of the reasons they fell behind.
Hurt them certainly a lot, but for more on that Cloud9 win, let's check in with Riv, waiting on stage with Cloud9's man in the bot lane.
What's going on, guys? I'm here with Cloud9 Sneaky after the win over Immortals. A fantastic job at that. I got to ask you guys, coming in, what were kind of the goals to the season here? Because you're either killing the goals or you have some to reach, and it's just finals victory in Worlds.
Well, I mean, the victory, or the goal is always going to be get the victories each week and then, you know, make it the playoffs. But we didn't really have anything extra this year for goals. We just kind of have been meshing really well together.
Awesome. Rainover coming into the team, obviously Reapered a little bit last year with the coaching staff and whatnot. It seems to have done quite a bit. What personally do you feel that kind of coaching staff has done for you, you know, if anything, coming out here, or are you just the same old Sneaky?
You said Rainover coming into the team. Did you mean Reapered?
CONTRACTZ, thank you.
Oh, CONTRACTZ?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You were playing,
yeah, it's been interesting playing with CONTRACTZ because he was quiet at first, but he's growing more into a voice just about what he's trying to do, like, you know, cutting off the jungler, finding the jungler, that kind of stuff. And it's really helpful, like, tracking the enemy jungler so we can all play aggressive when we want to. And that just makes us able to win lanes, really.
Awesome. And looking at, was it expected now, FlyQuest in the LCS? Did you expect your old teammates to be doing so well?
Well, we actually scrimmed, you know, C9 White for a bit, and they were pretty strong in scrims. They had super strong teamwork, which, you know, I was always with High, so I didn't really experience playing against High, but now I get to, and it's very interesting because they're always in really random spots together. Like, there's no one on the map, and they're all entirely in the same bush, and one guy walks up, oh, you're dead, goodbye. So we'll see. I think we play them in a few weeks, so maybe we'll continue our records to be flawless until then.
All right, we'll have to see. Final question, Counterlogic Gaming tomorrow. They've been up and down. How are you feeling about that matchup? Bot lane as well. Stixxay Aframu have been looking pretty good for the team.
I think we should be able to do fine. They've started off 0-3, I think. I don't think they've won any matches yet, so I don't know. CLG is always in a weird shape beginning of the split, so maybe they'll start picking it up later in the weeks.
All right, we'll have to see. Cloud9 Sneaky as they take out Immortals. Cloud9 over Immortals, you hear it here. We're gonna throw it down to the analyst desk to break that one down.
Thank you very much, Riv. Cloud9 looking close to unstoppable here on the outset of Week 2 with the 2-0 victory over Immortals. But Immortals is actually who I want to start with here because they looked absolutely lost, especially in this second game.
Right, and it's the sad thing is that they look lost in aspects of the game where you're expecting them to look good, especially around the top side of the map where we saw that initial dive by DARDOCH where he just didn't do the QRQ combo right, took his Q back into the minion wave, and just like died for no reason. And then when they were trying to set up other plays, they kept getting picked off. So they were initially trying to set up a bot play, and then this arrow comes in. They start dying mid. POBELTER looks like he's going to TP into that, and they say, all right, forget the TP there. Let's go with the bottom play. And then this doesn't work out. Impact manages to get to his team, which is collapsing from the mid play.
Yep.
And it just seems like they're all over the place without any clear direction on what they want to do, both in game and often in the draft as well. I mean, there's not too many bright spots when you're looking at Immortals right now.
Overcommitting to the chase here ends up getting turned on them. You mentioned earlier the topside visitation from DARDOCH with the attempted dive and ultimate death. But then this fight here, again, showcases to me some lack of communication and understanding as an entire team for Immortals, because this was their best opportunity to turn this game around, and it does not happen.
Right, I mean, the carries of C9 tend to get very low over the course of this fight. We see CODY manages to hit a couple nice Qs, but then they seem to lack like that killer instinct that you need to really go in and turn a fight around when you're losing the game.
CODY has both flash and heal. If there's a fight you're gonna win, it's this one, when both Jensen and Sneaky are below 50% health, as well as CONTRACTZ, and you've got a full health Maokai as your frontliner. You have to be more aggressive.
Right, I mean, you can sit here hitting impacts all day, but that's not going to win you the game.
Right.
And they need to go and actually kill the backline somehow. If you need to flash Q and hope it hits on Sneaky and he doesn't flash or hit his heal, that's fine. Because you're losing the game and you can't keep waiting for these team fights. Because as we see what happens, eventually C9 works themselves into a position to be able to turn around and win this fight even harder.